A, B, C do not have any common element. A, B, C do not have a common element. Therefore, they are mutually exclusive. There will be 2 possible outputs. 3 coins if you toss, there are 8 possible outputs. See here, E and F do not have common element. Therefore, they are mutually exclusive. So when you combine, all possibilities will be there. All 8 combinations you will get. What is meant by simple event? Event which contains one element is called a simple event. What about whether they are exhaustive? They are not exhaustive. Why? Because if you combine, you will not get sample space. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with the problems of probability. That is, we'll go ahead with exercise 16.2. 3 coins are tossed once. Let A denote the event. 3 heads shown. 3 heads shows. And B denotes the event. See, A is what? 3 heads shown. That is H, H, H. And they also told B. What is B? 2 heads and 1 tail. 2 heads and 1 tail. 2 heads and 1 tail means first 2 may be heads and any third one may be tail, or second one may be tail, and the first and last heads are tail, head, head. So 2 heads and 1 tail, these are the possible combinations. C denotes the event 3 tails shown. So they gave C is what? 3 tails are shown. T, T, T. So 3 tails are shown. And D denotes the event a head shown on the first coin. So D is what? Head on the first coin. Head on the first coin means remaining they did not tell. So they mentioned D denotes a head is shown on the first coin. So first place is fixed. Second may be head, head, tail, or head, tail, tail, or head, tail, head, or you may get head, head, head. Second and third they are not bothered. First place is fixed. First place should be tail. Then this may be HT or TT or TH or HH. So these are the events A, B, C, D. So after you read the question, write the set. What are they told? 3 coins are tossed. All of you know, when you toss a coin, there will be 2 possible outputs. 3 coins if you toss, there are 8 possible outputs. But they gave different events. Event A, 3 heads are shown. 3 heads are shown means event A, all 3 H, H, H. Event B, 2 heads, 1 tail. So 2 heads and 1 tail they told. So which 2 heads they did not tell. So first 2 head, third one tail, or first and last head, middle one tail, or last 2 heads and first one tail. And event C shows 3 tails are shown. All 3 are shown tails. And D, a head shown on the first coin. Head is on first coin. Remaining 2 may be head, tail, tail, head, tail, tail, or head, head. So these are the possibilities. Now we'll read the question. So A, mutually exclusive. So they are asking you which events are mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive means what? They should not contain common elements. So if I do A and B has a common, does A and B have common elements? No. So first pair, A and B are mutually exclusive. How can I decide this? Because when I do intersection, I will not get any common elements. A is HHH and B is what? 2 heads and 1 tail. So therefore, what is the conclusion? A intersection B gives you null set. So therefore, A and B are mutually exclusive. So A intersection B gives you null set. So that's why we do the conclusion. A intersection B is null set. We don't have any common elements. So therefore, they are mutually exclusive. And what about A and C? A and C, do they have common element? No. So A intersection C is also null set. A intersection C is also null set. Therefore, A intersection C, if you do, that is also null set. See, A and C, do they have common element? No. If they don't have common element, so therefore they are mutually exclusive. A and C are also mutually exclusive. Then what about AD? A and D are not mutually exclusive because HHH and HHH are present. So when you do A intersection D, it will give you HHH. They are not null set. It's not equal to null set. So therefore this is not mutually exclusive. So only 2 pairs. A and B are mutually exclusive. A and C are mutually exclusive. What about C and D? C and D. C is TTT. D, does it have TTT? No. So C intersection D. When I do C intersection D, I am getting null set. They do not have common element. Therefore, C and D are mutually exclusive. So AB mutually exclusive pair, A and C mutually exclusive pair, and C, D are also mutually exclusive pair. But A, D are not mutually exclusive. What about C and D? C and D, do they have common elements? Yes, many common elements. B and D, B, D, they have common elements. H, H, T, H. So this and this, they are common elements. So they are mutual. They are not mutually exclusive. So we have three pairs: A, B, A, C, C, D. These are mutually exclusive. These are mutually exclusive. Second part, simple events. What is meant by simple event? Event which contains one element is called a simple event. So which is the simple event here? A and C are simple events. Mutually exclusive we have done. Simple event. First you should know what is simple event. What is simple event? An event which contains only one element. Simple event. An event which contains only one element. One element. An event which contains only one element means it should be a singleton. What is singleton? In set theory we learned singleton means a set containing one element. See here you can see A contains only one element, C contains only one element. Therefore what is the conclusion? A and C are simple events. Why they are simple events? Because they contains only one element. Then third one, compound events. Compound event means when can you say compound event? Events are said to be compound events if they contain more than one element. So B contains more than one element, D contains more than one element. Therefore, B and D are compound elements, compound events. We call them as what? Compound events. Why we call them as compound events? They are compound events because they contain more than one element in it. If you see B has three elements. And D has four elements. If any event has more than one element, we call it a compound event. So by this you also understood the definitions. Mutually exclusive means what? Two events are said to be mutually exclusive if they don't have common element. And simple event means what? We call an event a simple event if it contains only one element. Here C is having only one element and A is having only one element. A and C are what? Simple. And compound event, compound event B and D, because they have more than one element. Any event with more than one element we call them as compound event. Mutually exclusive means they should not have common element. A, C are mutually exclusive, and also A, B are mutually exclusive, and also B, C are mutually exclusive. So and also that's it. So then we have C and D are also mutually exclusive. So I hope all of you understood. So read the question, write the event in the form of set, and then compare the sets. If they have common element, they are not mutually exclusive. If they have only one element, we call them as simple event. If they have more than one element, we call them as compound events. Once you know the definition, you can solve. Next, three coins are tossed. Describe two events which are mutually exclusive, three events which are not mutually exclusive and exhaustive. And third one, two events which are not mutually exclusive. Fourth one, two events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. Last one, three events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. So mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. Here two events, here three events they want. So we'll see all the cases one by one. So you know when you toss three coins, so 2 power 3 gives you 8 outcomes. So what are the 8 outcomes? Sample space, all 3 heads, and you can permutate one tail, head, tail, and head, tail, head, and tail, head. Then 2 tails, head, tail, then tail, head, then head, tail. Then so 2 tails at the end, at the beginning, and 2 ends. So then all 3 tails. These are the possible 8 outcomes. Now, they want 2 events which are mutually exclusive. So, event E, exclusive means no common element. Event E, all 3 heads or 3 heads, getting 3 heads. So, in the same experiment, getting 3 heads. Getting 3 heads. And event F, getting 3 tails. So event E is what? All 3 HHH. Simple 2 events. Now all 3 tails. So now E intersection F is what? Null set. Therefore, what is the conclusion? E and F are mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive. What is meant by mutually exclusive? Two events are said to be mutually exclusive if they don't have any common element. See here, E and F do not have common elements, therefore they are mutually exclusive. So we are done. Next, they want three events which are mutually exclusive. They want how many? Three events which are mutually exclusive in the same sample space. So in the same tossing a three coin and pick three mutually exclusive. All three heads, any one tail, permuted the tail, and any two tails, three tails. So now they want three events which are mutually exclusive. Separately write three events which are mutually exclusive. At least three heads, at least two heads, at least three tails V2. Then event A, B, C. I'll write exactly three heads. Any example which is relevant. Then exactly, getting exactly three tails. And C, exactly one tail. One tail. See, observe. Event A is what? All three heads. This is the only possibility. Event B is what? Exactly three tails. Means this is the only possibility. Event C is what? Exactly one tail means tail, head, head. Any one should be tail. And head, tail, head. Or head, head, tail. Exactly one tail they told. Exactly they use the word. So now, do they have any common elements? A and B do not have common elements. B and C do not have common elements. A and C do not have common elements. Therefore, three mutually exclusive. A, B and C are mutually exclusive. How can I say they are mutually exclusive? Because AB no common element, BC no common element, AC no common element. Here you can see A intersection B is null set, B intersection C is null set, A intersection C is null set, and A intersection B intersection C is null set. A, B, B, C, A and C also do not have any common elements. So therefore, they all three are mutually exclusive. So three different events, we defined them. Tossing three coins, getting exactly three heads, getting exactly three tails, and getting exactly one tail. Any one may be tail, that's it. A intersection B intersection C, again it is a null set. Then two events which are not mutually exclusive but exhaustive. They should not be mutually exclusive, but they should be exhaustive. Not mutually exclusive, exhaustive. Not mutually exclusive means event A getting at least one tail. See, exhaustive means when you combine, you should get the sample space. So they want only two events. They are not mutually exclusive, exhaustive. They should not be mutually exclusive also. They should not be exhaustive also. Okay. Not mutually exclusive, not an issue. So event A getting at least one tail. So at least one tail. Event B, event A, I'll define getting at least one tail. Event B, I'll say three tails. Say, dear students, and it should not be exhaustive. Okay. Now, not exhaustive, not exclusive, not exhaustive. That's what I am taking. So A is what? At least one tail means what? HHT or HTH or THH. At least one tail means one or more tails. Two tails also you can take. Except HHH, you can take all. THHH, TTH, sorry. Two tails also you can take. TTH, then THT. So one tail, two tails, all three may be tails, but all three tails, see they told at least one tail means I can take TTT also. Now what about B? B is all three tails, TTT. So now A intersection B is null set, is not equal to null set. A intersection B, we will get an element called TTT. In both we have TTT. At least one tail means one or more tails. So three tail combination, here also it is there, here also it is there. So therefore they are not mutually exclusive. So A and B not mutually exclusive. A and B not mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive. And not exhaustive. They are not exhaustive also. They wanted to exhaustive also. Why? Because A union B is not a sample space. A union B, if you combine, you will get all the elements except HHH. So therefore it is neither exclusive nor exhaustive. Now they want mutually exclusive, not exhaustive. Oh sorry, here they want mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Sorry, here the last question. So mutually exclusive and exhaustive. So here we read like this: mutually exclusive but exhaustive. It should be exhaustive. Exhaustive means what? When you combine, you should get back the set. So we'll redefine. So let me take two events A and B, so that, or I can take more than that, so that they should not be exclusive but exhaustive. They should not be exclusive. They may contain common elements, but they should be exhaustive. When you combine, you should get back the set. So event A, at least one tail. Event B, only two events they told. One tail means HTT, THH, like that we'll get. All three tails also will be covered. Three heads, at least two heads. At least two heads. Or I'll say at least one head. At least one head. Say I wrote two events. We'll see what happens now. What is event A? At least one tail. At least one tail means any one may be tail or all may be tails. So I'll take one tail. HHT, HTH, THH, one tail, or two tails I'll take. HTT, TTH, THT, or all three tails. So now I'll take B. B is what? At least one head. One head means what? One head or more than one head. So I'll take HTT, HHT, more than one head or more than one head. First I'll take one head combination, then two heads, all three heads. Then HTH, I'll permutate one H. I'll take THT, then TTH, or I'll take two heads, head, head, tail, tail, head, head, and head, tail, head, or I might take all three heads. Here it is very clear that they are not mutual. A intersection B, we are not null set. We have common elements. See, dear students, we have this HHT is present in both HHT, at least HHT one. So many elements are repeated. If you do intersection, you will not get null set. So therefore, not mutually exclusive. A and B are not mutually exclusive. They want not mutually exclusive. But you combine. If you combine A union B, if you do, you will get sample space. All the possibilities are covered. Here three tails are there. Here three heads are there. So when you combine, all possibilities will be there. All 8 combinations you will get. A union B gives you S. So they are exhaustive. So therefore, A and B are not mutually exclusive, but A and B are exhaustive. They are what? Exhaustive. Why we call them as exhaustive? We call them as exhaustive because when you combine, you will get the sample space. Then two events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. They should be mutually exclusive. They should not be exhaustive. Simple. I'll take getting all three heads. Getting all three heads. Event B, all three tails. So what is event A? Event A is all three heads. H. Event B. What is event B? All three tails. T. So now when you combine, when you do A intersection B, it's null set. So therefore A and B are what? Exclusive. Mutually exclusive. They are exclusive. But when you combine A union B, you will not get, it is not sample space. When you do union, you will not get sample space. You will get only two elements. Therefore, not exhaustive. A and B are not exhaustive. I hope all of you understood. Exhaustive means what? When you combine all the events, you should get it. So now, similarly, three events which are mutually exclusive, they should be mutually exclusive, but not exhaustive. Means when you combine, you should not get back. I'll take A, B, C. Same. Getting three heads exactly and getting three tails exactly. Okay, then getting two heads exactly. See, we should use the word exactly three heads, exactly three tails, exactly two heads. So event A is what? Three heads, 3H. Event B is what? Exactly three tails they told. Exactly three tails means TTT. And event C is what? Exactly two heads. HHT, or you can get THH, or you can get HTH. So now you can see they are pairwise mutually exclusive. A, B, C do not have any common element. A, B, C do not have common elements. Therefore, they are mutually exclusive. So A intersection B is not null set. They are mutually exclusive. A intersection B is equal to null set. B intersection C is equal to null set. A intersection C is also null set. Therefore, A, B and C are what? Mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive. What about whether they are exhaustive? They are not exhaustive. Why? Because if you combine, you will not get sample space. A union B union C is not sample space. So only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements you will get. But sample space 2 power 3, 8 elements should be there. So because 3 times you are tossing a coin. So sample space and 3 times tossing a coin is the experiment. So it should have 8 outputs. If I combine all 3, I'll get only different 5 outputs. Therefore, what is the conclusion? The conclusion, they are not exhaustive. Okay, they want not exhaustive. We have done it. I hope all of you understood this. So exhaustive means what? When you combine, you should get the sample space. Exclusive means what? They should not have any common element. When you do intersection, you should get null set. So I hope all of you understood this. Please sit and revise them. We'll go ahead with some more problems in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.